And hello, everyone on the internet and the internet land, which we call cyberspace. This is Tabletop Junkie bringing you another review and doing once again the Fate System Toolkit today. However, just a little future announcement here for this book here specifically. We're actually not covering any other reviews on the book. Today we are covering, I believe, this should be, and if it's not, I'll rename in the title because there was a bit of confusion. It turns out I actually knew this book because I've read this book several times cover to cover. I've made game settings. I use game settings, and I've made mechanics with this or tweaked the Fate Core mechanics. I, it's kind of hard to explain. I'll have to basically show you guys what I've done, and which means in the future we do have actual plays coming up. And as a matter of fact, because we've done so much Fate Core, I've been doing this for about a little over a month now. So I think we've done enough on reviews. We just got a couple more books to review, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them because if you guys are interested in the system, I do recommend buying them, which is what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about today the Fate System Toolkit, just like what we did with Fate Accelerated and what we did with the Fate Core book. Basically speaking, Fate Accelerated book, if we didn't cover that in a stream, let me take a minute and just tell you guys to get the once again, I think it's also pay what you want. I'm actually going to check that right now. I'm going to check something up here. I think it's pay what you want for the Fate Accelerated book physical copy, and or no. It's pay what you want for the PDF copy, and I think the physical copy you can get on Amazon for $5. So just to do a quick coverage, because I'm not gonna, the Fate Accelerated physical copy book is very inexpensive. It's like literally $5. I actually can't get the physical copy anywhere locally, and it's even hard for me to get it on the internet because they want to tax the crap out of it because you're only spending $5. So yes, I've got the Fate Accelerated. You can go to drivethrurpg.com and it's pay what you want for the PDF. Again, that's for the PDF. There is an asking price, but once again, it is pay what you want. And then I'm going to look up the actual print real quick. Yes, I can get it right now online. The physical copy is $5. So yeah, I don't have it because I can never seem to find the right time to buy it. And then by the time I get around to buying the damn thing, excuse my language, but by the time I get around to buying it, it's pretty much the only thing I want to get. So it's I'm going to have to eventually bite the bullet and just either pay the extra charges for shipping and handling, or I'm going to have to figure out what else I want to get with it. So yeah, I've never been able to have any lucky with the Fate Accelerate. So I mean, if we didn't cover that in a stream, I'm just going to cover that right now. Fate Accelerated, if you're into it, if you like the review and you like that better than Fate Core, like I said, very inexpensive. It says right now from the Evil Hat Productions website, which I will also post also in my down below, stuff that you can actually go purchase this stuff at. It says you can even get the book in PDF for $5. So I mean, basically, you're paying just for the physical copy. The physical copy alone is $5. So yeah, that's for Fate Accelerated. So yeah, that pretty much gives me the green light. Other than if you're just not interested, yeah, I mean, just maybe get the PDF and check it out for yourself. So the Fate System Toolkit, we're here to discuss the same thing. Like I said, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth in this, like I did with the Fate Core. Fate Accelerated is just, no matter how you want to cut that, the pricing for Fate Accelerated, it is the cheapest part of the collection, I feel. So really, it's a good investment. I mean, what's $5? Like seriously, in the end, what is $5? So the Fate System Toolkit is a little bit more than that. So we're going to go into that. So the pros and cons is, the red light on this whole matter is still the same thing. Are you interested in the Fate system? I mean, if you are, then the toolkit is something that is very, very good. I mean, it's a matter of taste, is the red light. The green light is, this gives you tips and tricks and actually helps, to me, it helps people form their own, forge their own, like, or not forge their own mechanics per se, forge mechanics, or allows you to change the mechanics of Fate Core to what you want. It basically allows you to, um, basically allows you to, basically it just makes it hackable. That's what I said in the last stream. It's what I'm going to say now. So, I mean, it is a good, I mean, if you're definitely into Fate, it definitely makes for, this does make for a good part of the collection. And it is, very good. Like I said, the pros with it is it does make it the system hackable, gives you tips and tricks, and on how to do it, and gives you ideas. Even gives you ideas about how you can go about it with like we spoke about some subsystems. There's kung fu subsystems to how to create kung fu settings into stunts aspects, and how to apply aspects, make aspects more flexible, make stunts more flexible, makes adjustments. They go through a lot. I do recommend checking it out. So, and for the price, let me see what the price is on this real quick, because let me see here. Fate System Toolkit. The price, I want the price for the physical book. I do apologize. I should have had this stuff up previously, but I'm kind of just going all over the place. I got a lightning fast computer, so I like on how fast it moves. I'm gonna try and make the stream a little bit long. I mean, there's not much to really go into, much more to really go into this. I mean, we beat the hell out of it last time. I like to think we reviewed the hell out of it last time. And I've been reviewing the hell out of the system all together. So you can get a copy of the Fate System Toolkit mostly anywhere for $20. It looks. I don't know if you can get it from the actual website. Well, actually, it says I can. And you can get it from the actual website that you can get also all the other books from too. So you can get the book copy for $20. And if you get it from the actual Evil Hat Productions, you also get it with a free PDF. And the PDF is also, if you just want the PDF only, you can get that on Drive-Thru RPG. Suggested price, they are asking for $5. I donated. I don't know if that's counts as a donation or how they do, but it's basically pay what you want. So basically, yes, I did give $5 for that. So at most I spent on this book, because I got the PDF and the actual physical copies, I spent $25. So, basically with what we've talked about with this system, you're basically looking at $50. You got 3 books of a collection, both PDF and physical copies. You can't go wrong with that in TTRPGs. You cannot go wrong with that at all. And this is a sandbox system. That is why we have what we have, because this helps people understand, basically understand how to use the system and meld it to any setting that they want. This is a setting neutral RPG, and it's just worthwhile. And like I said, I just told you the price of both the PDF and the digital copy. I mean, $25, and you got both. I mean, if you just give $5 for the PDF, if you want the PDF only, just to look it out for yourself. But I always recommend buying the physical copies and going out for supporting our TTRPG companies. I'm not sure what they're going through in life, but I mean, it can't be any worse than any other retail store. So I hope, I hope they are doing a bit better. All right, so if you're not really interested, like I said, the PDF alone, the pros and cons of that is the same as I told you before. This actually makes the system hackable for you, and change it and add your own flair. Change the system and add your own flair to the system as well. We went through a ton of stuff. I think last time, in half an hour to an hour on the stream, and actually, believe it or not, I ran out of my notes, and I told everything else I told you guys, because I went back through them and say, well, I needed to add all this to my notes, and I added what I added, and then when I went back through the book to talk about more parts of it, and I do have looks like I do have a viewer, so it is nice to see that I do have a viewer. Hopefully they are viewing this good. So anyway, there's really not much more to say about it. So I mean, and I lost my viewer. Oh well, this is also for future viewers as well, and I definitely like to address that to everybody. So basically speaking, this is for everybody that just the system in general. So to do the overall, is this a good investment for TTRPGs? I think so. It gives you an easygoing game. It teaches you and tells you how to create a game on the fly. Within the matter of, I've created games I spent a day creating a game, and then we had characters at the end of it, and then we had the game the next day. I mean, literally, you don't spend a lot of time doing this, and it's very good material, very good read, easy read as well, easy to understand. So if you want to go and be like, oh man, we're in the car, what do we do? Pull out Fate. Fate does it. You can almost use anything. I mean, you can get Fate dice. This also tells you how to translate D6s, because that's what Fate dice is. If you don't have a set of Fate dice, do not fret. You do have a translation in here where it tells you how to take a D6 and translate it into the Fate dice language, because the Fate dice has its own language, because instead of numbers, they use pluses and minuses and blank spots, and I'm going to have to actually do a review on the dice, but and show you the difference, probably from the book. So that'll be a pretty good pretty good thing to do, I think. So basically it teaches you how to use the D6s and translate, your results into the Fate core language, or the Fate language. So, that was one thing I did not cover. That was, but like, that's a little sticky note there for that. So, overall, I think it is, if you are into the Fate system, this book is a must need. And like I said, basically for, $55, $60, you can get yourself 3 books with all their PDFs, and that's that's saying a lot. You can't get any other TTRPG for that price. So that's a decent price. I think it's a pretty fair investment, and it gives you guys something to do without doing long character creation, and gives you something on the fly. I mean, I have got to show you guys more stuff that I've done with Fate, and I'm going to. However, as far as reviews are concerned, we're pretty much going to be coming out of reviews for Fate, and we're going to go into actual plays for a few Fate settings. All right. So before I show you guys the book, I'm going to live stream. I'm basically going to live stream my webcam. No, you're not going to see my face. If I can help it, you're not going to see my face. So I do apologize if any of you guys are going, oh man, we get to see a face review from Tabletop Junkie. I am sorely going to disappoint. I'm going to try my best to not do that. So basically, I'm going to show you the quality of the book that you're paying $20 for. So, but before I get into that, I want to get into some of the settings that I have done for Fate. One of the things I've done my own horror supernatural setting. It's called World on Fire, and I will be doing an actual play on that sometime in the future. I think that will be probably next week. This is my only stream this week, given that it's Easter and I'm a family man and I have a family. Holy crap! Tabletop Junkie has a family. Yes, it's just me, and I only have one kid, so it's just me and my kid. So yes, Tabletop Junkie has a family. So, and unfortunately, like my viewers, he too is important. I have a son. So this is going to be my only thing I'm doing for this week, due to the fact that it's Easter. So, But anyway, so yeah, World on Fire is a supernatural game where you can play as vampires, werewolves, ghosts even. You can, you're like, oh man, Tabletop Junkie, how do you play a ghost easily? Have you ever seen Being Human? Like ever? There you go. That's how you play Ghost. There's rules for it, rules that will allow Ghost to interact with material plane, rules that will help your character actually interact like they're physically there, even though they're not physically there in a sense. Werewolves, and then you even have archetypes like you got humans too, but you even have archetypes like you get two archetypes for vampires, like different types of vampires, um, plus the general. Anything that I mentioned is you get a general one of it, like an everyday common vampire, then you get two rare vampires or something like that. Or like the lichens are more rare in the world because they have a disease, but the lupins are common, or vice versa. I think lupins, they're a form archetype of werewolf, but they're not like lycanthropes. They're cursed, like somewhere down the family line they got cursed. It could have been intermediate family. It could be anywhere from intermediate to I'm trying to think, anywhere from intermediate to like somewhere down the line. I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Not sure as to why I'm losing my train of thought. Maybe because I just spotted some little bit a flake of dust touch me. Yes, I'm a germaphobe too. Ooh. So anyway, yeah, you get to, there's going to be different types of character creation, customization there. So we're definitely going to do an actual play showing that. So with that said, if I do these actual plays, I'm going to probably be changing my times to a nighttime setting. Not guaranteed, not written in stone. There is no monolith, so don't look for it. It's just something I'm tossing around and seeing if I can create some virtual tables. So just please take that like a grain of salt right now, because there's nothing written in stone yet. Until I can get feedback regarding that from any current viewers, future viewers, or from the people I associate with, then until said time happens, then I will give a better announcement on that. Or I'll just post a nice little trailer, or I don't know, something. I'm trying to do more stuff with streaming. So, all right. So another setting that I've actually used with Fate Core that I'm quite common with. Now, I am going to talk a little bit about this, and it's not my usual setting, but I want to throw it out there because it's been said, it's out there. You can find it on the internet of me saying this, so I'm going to say it again. The next setting that I did with Fate Core is I've done a Star Wars setting. So I want to do maybe a little bit of that, because who doesn't like Star Wars, right? Well, I'm going to tell you guys a little something. My geekdom, I call it geekdom, Geekdom. What I mean by geekdom means me geeking it out about Star Wars. My time of doing that has come to an end. It will never happen again. Okay? So if somebody wants to say, "Oh my God, Tabletop Junkie, how do you feel about the new Star Wars stuff they brought out?" Well, I'm going to tell you guys something. It's over with for me. It's done. Okay. I've already made some statements why it's done for me. Okay. So, and I'm going to say it again. It's just a franchise that's overly done, and I'm bored with it. I liked what was previously established. I'm getting sick and tired of the Skywalker saga. There is more different stories out there. And no matter what, yes, I just saw Kenobi today, the trailer. And here's what I got to say about that. There was no story there to begin with. That's why they never did one in the damn past. That's why nothing was ever covered about what Kenobi was doing, because they did cover what Kenobi was doing. He was watching over a kid on Tatooine, and the Empire did not give two shits about a backwater desert planet, and now they're saying, oh, there was some great stories there. Really? On a desert planet with no water. Okay, great. They're, moisture's way below the ground. Okay, yeah, great. Thank you for making that up, because there wasn't nothing there. They mentioned that. There wasn't even a strong military presence there. So it's just like, I think they've done this before. And I told somebody, I said, it's because I did tell somebody this. And I said, you know what? They've done this before. It's called Star Wars Rebels. Watch Star Wars Rebels, then I don't know what else they can do. And, it's sad, because I like Ewan McGregor as an actor. I loved him in Birds of Prey. I loved him as Kenobi in the first 3 Star Wars movie. I loved him in The Island. I've seen a lot of his movies. He is a damn good, talented actor. Now, if anyone wants to argue with me about that, good luck. I'm not going to argue with you about it. He's a damn good, talented actor, and he's got a lot of talent, and I love him for it. So, I love his acting, and I definitely love his voice. How he portrays himself, how he acts. He's just talented. Not to say anyone he hasn't acted with isn't talented either. No, they've all been talented too. Natalie Portman's been talented. I don't like her in every single setting that I've seen her in. I haven't liked her in all of her movies just because I think maybe she doesn't belong in that type of movie, but she's in it, so there you go. And Hayden Christensen, definitely did like him as Anakin. So, and I did like the first three movies. And no, I wasn't one of those radicals or whatever you want to call me. One of those guys that hated episodes 1, 2, and 3, loved 4, 5, and 6 the best, and then and then said, "Oh, 1, 2, 3 sucked." And then when 7, 8, 9 came out, I said, "Oh man, 1 through 6 are great." No, I didn't do that. I liked the prequels when they first came out. I liked 1, 2, 3, and I definitely love 4, 5, 6. Who didn't like 4, 5, 6? So 7, 8, 9, however, hated it. So I just wanted to touch base with that because I am going to do a Star Wars setting. I love Star Wars. I've got many types of Star Wars stuff, and we are going to do some Star Wars stuff, actual plays on this channel because I like Star Wars, but I don't like the new stuff that they're doing right now. I just don't feel there's anything really there. But here they go. I'm just not going to waste my time with it. I'd rather waste my time than by talking to the void on the internet than I would spending 2 or 3 hours of my life watching a freaking TV series of made up crap where they're just going to make some shit up, like the song USS Make Some Shit Up by Voltaire. Haha. No, I'm not going to play it. I do have it, but I'm not going to play it. Love Voltaire as an artist as well. And I'm not just saying that just because I just said something about it. No, I did love Voltaire as an artist, and I still do, and I like his songs. But basically, they're just making up stories, but I'm afraid, and I can't see it not happening, where these stories are going to collide with the actual lore that's already been established. And the issues that I have is, okay, so I just said I liked Voltaire. What if I said I didn't like him as an artist? Okay, what if I just took it back like 2 seconds ago? Well, Tabletop Junkie, you just said 2 seconds ago. I said, yeah, but 10 years ago or more, they established lore for Star Wars, but now they're going to retcon it. And that's okay, right? Yeah, everyone's okay with that. So that's why they're doing what they're doing, But as far as my hype is concerned, for Star Wars is pretty much gone. So basically, most of the stuff you are going to see me stream about, I am trying to get into the book series, The High Republic, because I do want to see if I can add any elements into that. You're like, well, Tabletop Junkie, why wouldn't you add in elements from The Mandalorian? I mean, in a sense, I already have, okay? Because The Mandalorian took place after the fall of the Empire, all right? The Book of Boba Fett, which I didn't really see that. I tried watching it. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. That also happened during the same time frame. So, I mean, in a sense, we call that a legacy era, which is what they established in the TTRPG community. It's part of the legends. It's not canon. So now it is canon. Now the time frame is canon. So, I mean, that's the confusing part. So that's why my whole hype with Star Wars is just gone. So everyone tells me, hey, Tabletop, did you see this new stuff about Star Wars? It's like, yeah, so, that's all I'm going to care about. So, yes, we are going to do a Fate Core setting with Star Wars. And I'm going to show you guys some of the neat stuff that I did with that. So, all right, well, I've just yammered on for almost 30 minutes now regarding the review for the book and stuff. Now it's time for me to show you the good stuff. I got to show you guys what you're buying for $25 or $20. Excuse me. I am going to be putting that in my description. So hopefully I can do this because I'm going to be holding a camera. I have a webcam, but it's not mounted properly, and I wanted to get it mounted before I did this, but it looks like it's not going to do it. So hopefully I can do it with maybe one hand, and hopefully I can aim it downward where nobody sees my face, because I don't want to do a face reveal. Not just yet. Maybe sometime in the future. I have my reasons. So, all right, here we go. All right, there you go. You can just see my. So, all right. So the one thing I definitely wanted to show you guys, and it's like I said, I'm sorry if I'm a little shaky, and it's a weird angle, I know. All right, so you do get your book. All right, so the book is some form of leather bound. I'm still trying to figure out. I hope you guys can still hear me. So it's a little bit leather bound. So I don't know if this is actual leather or what this is, but it's a really cool material. So you know, to me, I don't think that material is very cheap because I've never seen any other book with the material that they've used for this. So it probably is expensive, and yet for $20, you know, you're getting a lot. And you get the same quality pages that you get in the core book. Plus, I think you also get the same quality for the Fate Accelerated, the pages at least. I know that is a soft cover book, but as you can see, you get this high gloss photo paper and stuff. And, you know, once again, chock full of information. You get a nice back cover. Plus, also, you know, for use with the Fate Core book, you also get a little disclaimer. So you got to know the Fate Core rules. But yeah, I mean, I love that. I'm very careful with the book. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, that I don't know if you can see it too well. I can't take this much down more because I'm running out of cord. So, but as you can see, good index, good stuff. All right, so sorry about seeing my hand there. Probably wasn't not the best view, but I wanted to show you what you were getting with it. So you get high gloss photo paper, like I just showed you, twice, mind you, and then you get this nice hardcover book. And for the price of $20, I think it's actually worth it. I think it's worth it. I think the actual buy is worth it. I'm going to tell you guys that, and I can't beat that over the head enough. So, like I said, sorry for the shakiness. You know, I don't have a proper mount, and you know, I think this was the like I heard some things crackling in the book a little bit. I think that was the pages breaking in, like when you break in like when you break in a book or something like that, you when you open a book, you hear the crackling because it's never been opened before. I just realized I probably never opened this book before today. I mean, I always use the PDF to I already have when it comes to my games. Yeah, it actually doesn't look like I've really done a whole lot with this book. And you know what? There's a lot to say about that too because I also know this book by hand. So I mean, I have read the PDF, just making sure my binding is perfect. I'm sorry, I'm a little. If I start being quiet, I'm just checking it over, making sure it's perfectly good because I do like to take care of my games that I invest in because that's what TTRPGs are. They're investments. I don't really care what anyone tells you. They're not really investments or books. Well, when you buy something, you invest in it, right? So when you invest it, and when you buy it, and you know, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says, you know, even for gaming companies, when a gaming company sells their product, you're investing in it. And if the gaming company doesn't look at it as you investing in it, well, guess what? I'm going to tell you guys the same thing. You're investing in it. it's okay. I just died there. I'm going to have to check, make sure that wasn't interrupted. Sorry about that. I accidentally hit a button. I'm working with a brand new mouse. And the mouse, I'm working with a brand new mouse at the moment, and I accidentally hit a thing on the mouse, so I dropped out a little bit, but I came back in. I think I got some tangles here. Jeez, gotta watch the tangles. So make sure everything's plugged in. All right, sorry about that. Like I said, I'm working with a brand new mouse here, and it's got some extra buttons. It's actually a gaming mouse, I guess. Not really the high end brand, I would say. But yeah, it's a different type of mouse. So, all right. Well, I did just take 30 minutes. Did go over a bit more of the book, but you know, didn't really have much to cover. Went over. So yeah, overall, it's a pretty good investment to do. So I do recommend it. So you know, if you're into getting into Fate, and you're like, oh man, I want to join Tabletop Junkie, you know, feel free. You know, pick up the copy of the book for yourself, read it, run it for your friends, or if you want, you know, if you don't want to pick up a copy, you can always go to the Fate SRD and stuff and just look at stuff there. No matter how you want to do it, you know, there's, you know, it's got a low investment price, the way I like to look at it. So other than that, I don't really have much else to cover today. So the next thing, all right, so as far as future announcements go, we are moving to actual plays. I will have the Witch King and Toby on. I just didn't have them on this time around because last time I felt like they were kind of busy, and I didn't have them on today because all I was doing was going over the actual physical copy of the book, showing you guys what you get for the price. Doing a book plus PDF plus both review. What would be better? Just buying the book, just buying the PDF, or both? Well, with this system, I recommend both. It's pretty easy, and very low cost. So the next two reviews that I'm doing, I'm only doing two more reviews because that's the end of my Fate collection. I mean, there are more things to cover in Fate that I do have in PDF format, but I don't have the physical copies yet. And maybe we'll revisit Fate at some point in the future. But we are going to end the Fate review. We've pretty much reviewed the crap out of aspects of the system. So now I just want to cover what other books I have left for Fate and then move on to other things. For instance, I do want to do a review on D20. And then I do maybe want to play some actual play D&D. So in other stuff. So, but we will get to that in the future. The next two videos are going to be the Fate horror, horror Toolkit. We'll be covering that in a review. That is an even thinner book than the Fate System Toolkit. So that toolkit is a little bit thinner, not a lot to cover. So we'll just cover some aspects of the book and what I like about it. And then I will do, once again, a review of the book, PDF, or both. What would be the best? And then we're going to do my personal favorite. This is not a toolkit. It is a Fate setting. Sorry, I keep... my mouth is kind of watery. I need to get some water. So in the Fate setting, and I think I might have spit on my screen a little bit. Oops. I didn't need to share that, did I? Oh, whatever. I don't know. I just starting to see spots, but anyway, the next Fate setting that I'm doing is going to be Venture City. So that would be the setting that I'm going to review, because who doesn't like superheroes, right? All right. Well, that's enough of my rambling for today. I have nothing else to cover other than the actual plays and stuff that we'll be doing, which I already covered those. So we'll be showing you guys. They're not going to be demonstrations. Like, we're not going to pay attention to like when we were doing demonstrations, we were kind of just trying to pay attention to everything that we were covering in the book. We're not doing that this time. We're just going to play normally, and hopefully we get an audience, and hopefully we get to see future viewers. So for anyone who's currently viewing or future viewers that are viewing my stream, please, if you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and there is going to be more stuff coming out in the near future. Right now I just been doing reviews, and now we're going to be moving into actual plays. And they're not going to be demonstrations. We're not going to care. It's going to be a bunch of players just acting out like players. We're not going to care about what we're covering. I mean, if you guys do have questions and need something covered, please leave a comment. I definitely will answer any of your questions. Other than that, this is Tabletop Junkie telling you guys, giving his famous salute. Play hard, work hard, game on, everybody. Wish you guys a great, wonderful week. Enjoy your weekend. It is Easter this weekend. If you guys do celebrate, if you don't celebrate, well, still happy Easter. I know people do celebrate it. It is Easter. I do have a family I have to be with. So I'm completely okay with that. I know it doesn't sound like it. I mean, it sound like I'm crying because I don't get to stream with you guys, but no, I'm all right with that. Like I said, this is, you guys have a great and safe weekend, and it was a pleasure doing this review for you guys. So, like I said, our next review is going to be the Fate Horror Toolkit. Have a great and wonderful